Hello and welcome to this video that is going to be a bit different from other videos that I used to do. So the idea here is to show you how you can separate your domain from your web hosting and from your email provider. And also it's so important to know that you are going to understand what is a DNS and how they work. It's important to know that it's going to be a high level explanation, so we are not going to be very technical, but I think it's quite interesting for you to know. So we are going to go to my iPad. I hope it's okay. So here we are going to have a domain.com. Okay, so this domain, it's going to be the thing that translates like the IP of a server, let's say like a phone number. So sometimes the IP of a server can be like this, IP, and maybe it can be 100.11.00. Okay, I don't know, it's just an example. So here we have our IP, and the thing is that the browser needs to understand how to translate domain.com to this number. So there is when the DNS takes part. Okay, so here we have the DNS, and the DNS is going to translate and is going to say, hello browser, this domain is here in this IP. So this is the IP address, this is the domain, and we have the DNS that is translating everything. So now we have the hosting provider, we have the server, and it's going to be this box. It's not going to be very beautiful, but here you have the box with the lights, and here you are going to have your website or your app. So the thing is that we are going to say to this box, okay, this box is going to say, hello, my IP address, my phone number, my direction is this number here. So when someone is asking for the domain, it's going to be directed to this server. If you are in a server that is shared with other people, it's probable that it's going to be partialized with different sections. And in these sections, you are going to have your files, okay, your web or application files. So when someone is asking for your domain, it's going to go to this IP, and when it arrives here, it's going to be sent to this space that is your server or website. So the thing is that sometimes you're going to buy the hosting. Imagine for WordPress, usually you're going to buy your hosting, and it's going to give you the domain, it's going to give you the hosting for the website, and maybe also it's going to give you a part for your email. So when you buy it, you have everything together. So you have the domain, you have the website, and you have the emails. The thing is that these three parts, you can separate them. The thing is that if this email stops working in this server, maybe the website also stops working. So maybe it's interesting to have another hosting provider just for the email. So here you have your email, and we can take this out. So now everything is handled, or the emails are handled by this server provider. So if the website goes down, the email continues working, and if the email stops, the website continues working. So separate them, it's interesting to do it. Also, take in account that if the website fails, the server goes down, you can change the website to another hosting provider or to another server, let's say to this one. You can put here your website, it could be a migration, and then you can change the IP at the DNS and say, no, now is 11.0.0.1. So when someone's come to your domain, it's going to be redirected to this IP that is going to be here. So you can move things around. This is how it works. So now we are going to see an example how we can separate the domain provider, we can separate the website provider, and we separate the email provider. Even we can also separate the DNS provider, the DNS settings provider. So we are going to go to our computer, and we are going to see there how everything works. Here we are at the computer, and here we can see it's in Spanish, but for the explanation it's more than enough. So here we are in Don Dominio, it's a domain provider, and here we have prolinks.pro, and here it says the DNS are personalized or customized to Cloudflare. So we put this, and we are saying that this domain DNSs are handled by Cloudflare. So if we go to Cloudflare, here we can see all the DNS registry data, and here we can see the type A, that is the main domain base. Here we have the domain, the name, and here we have the IP that is the website. So this IP that is 165, if we go to DigitalOcean, that is the hosting provider for this project, we can see the IP is 165 for the prolinks. So we can see that here at the iPad, this domain is in Dominion, the DNS are handled by Cloudflare, and then we have our website in DigitalOcean. The last thing that we are doing is that in that the email, we are not getting a hosting provider. What we are doing is using Google Workspace, or you can use, for example, Microsoft or whatever what you need. So here we are using Google. So if we go to the computer, we go here to Google Workspace. Here we are managing the domains. You can add new domains, and here we can find prolinks.pro. So we are using the emails from Gmail. So we can go to Gmail, and here we have an email, for example, yvonne@prolinks.pro. And if we go to the DNS, we can see here the MX registered DNSs, and we are saying that are going to be handled in this case by Google, but this may change to any other thing. So here we can see that in the DNS we are saying, okay, the main domain, it's here, that is DigitalOcean, and the MX or the mail, it's handled by Google. So if we go back to the iPad, we can see that this is going to be Dominion, this is going to be Cloudflare, this is going to be DigitalOcean, and this is going to be Google. But you can change all these kind of things, and you can do whatever you want with it. So I hope with this video you have understand a bit about what are domains, what are DNS, what is an IP, what are the servers, and how you can manage everything. So if you like it, click the subscribe button, the like button, and see you in the next video.